Welcome everyone, I'm Stephen J. Garvey, NCA founder, leader, and NCA PM candidate for 2019. And I'm pleased to share that NCA is officially registered. And we are Canada's true grassroots, uncontrolled, and I emphasize uncontrolled federal opposition. So that's great news for the Canadian people. I have a very provocative, interesting video to share today, and then I'm going to talk about it and share your feedback as well. And I think it's it's quite a profound video, and there's a lot of hope in it. So I'm going to get right into this video. I'm going to adjust the audio so you can hear it, and then when it's done, I will adjust the audio back.
No borders? Is that what you're saying?
I think it's mostly haywire. The thing is, if Trudeau would do something like that, you know, a lot of people would fight against that.
They would what? They'd fight
a lot of
against
people would fight against that.
Okay, yeah.
If Trudeau
a wall, you
like
say?
that.
A
Yeah.
wall? Okay, yeah.
If Trudeau would do that.
Yeah. So you think open borders is okay?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. Why do you feel that way? I'm trying to understand why.
Well, somebody's got, like, get put food on the table and all this, Yeah, sure, it's okay to have people come in, but as long as they don't commit crime, as long as, you don't, break the law,
Right. So open border policy, kind of the way that we're doing it now is that people want to be properly vetted. So there's a buildup of ISIS terrorists in our country right now.
Right.
That are unvetted. So Trudeau's policy isn't working. As a matter of fact, he supports kind of the globalist ideology, which replaces Canadian.
Right.
All right, so it becomes an influx of people, therefore we lose our identity as Canadians.
Yes.
And now we become this globalist platform.
Because where I live, like I live in NB housing, and half of NB housing is home.
Syrian, okay. Does that concern you a little bit? I mean, you are Canadian. You're
Yes.
Syrians living in America.
Yes.
So maybe your position isn't so much about globalism, but it's more about sovereignty, creating borders, proper vetting, right? Right. The terminology gets
But the thing is,
confusing.
what I'm not getting is that how can they get more stuff than we do?
Well, it's your tax dollars that are paying for it.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
So while these immigrants, and this is just kind of our point, while the immigrants are coming in and they're getting the social assistance check every month, a substantial amount, they're making more than my own grandpa. He's retired military, right? And so that should be a concern. So our approach should really be about Canadians first, creating a sovereign nation. So Trump, in essence, when he talked about putting up a wall, it was to deter the criminal activity from coming in. So, and I understand it's confusing. And I'm not trying to change your thoughts. I just want to base something on fact, if I don't mind.
Everyone has their own opinion.
Right. And we value that. But it's got to be sovereign nations that make up our world. Meaning that we do have borders. Because that's what's really important.
Yeah, I mean, really, when you look at it, I mean, if you don't have a border, you don't have a country.
True. But not only that, he's talking about he's living in an area with New Brunswick housing where there's a significant a high density of refugees in the area.
Yeah.
He specified Syrians, which is all fine, but there are other immigrants here that are living off the social assistance program. That's costing the taxpayer. This is a Canadian living in this environment, and before his own eyes, I'm assuming things are changing culturally for him.
It is, because where I live, it's like we walk over there almost like every day, and it's like they get brand new cars, they get this, it's sad because she's suffering. Because why? Because she's not getting the stuff that she needs.
Yeah. See, this is why we, our party, we're not anti-immigration. We're okay with a little bit of immigration.
Right. Of course.
But it's this mass immigration that they're.
It should be equal.
Well, it's the mass immigration that they're allowing in, and is putting putting a terrible strain on our welfare, our economy, our welfare system. Our hospitals are full and crowded, and you know, so it's just unnecessary.
And not only that, they get our jobs.
Also, that too.
Well, I think I don't know where they are with that, but I do know that it has to be you before immigration. It's integration, not immigration.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're coming to Canada, you need to integrate.
Integrate, right?
Not immigrate.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Integrate.
immigrate isn't working.
Right.
How dare anybody come to our Canada, our true north, right? And they replace our way of life.
Yep.
They need to assimilate to our way of life. They're coming here for a reason, Canadians. It's to be Canadian.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
They
yes.
can have their own religious beliefs.
Yeah.
Right.
As
Or
long
cultural.
as it doesn't violate, right? As long as it doesn't violate the safety of others,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
Islam.
Smith.
Yep.
Excuse me, sir.
So,
Sir,
I guess,
did he just give you the finger?
yeah, he's about as bright as they come. I guess in a nutshell.
Oh, is that right?
Excuse me.
Young people.
I guess in a nutshell, what we're trying to say is sovereign nation, Canadians first.
That's right. That's
Thank you.
right.
What was your
Yes.
name?
Raymond.
Raymond. Pleasure with you. It was John. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Raymond.
Quite a remarkable video. So we have the gentleman at the beginning, and his basic beliefs at the beginning is open borders, and also it's okay for people to come in as long as they're not committing crimes. So open borders. So this is the dumb down of the globalist mainstream media, of these globalist sellout parties in Ottawa, just dumbing down Canadians to accept a push reality that is counter to their best interests. That's what they're doing. They're dumbing them down. This is called, you could argue this is called cognitive dissonance, where one's perceptions, one's beliefs are inconsistent with the facts. And so when our NCA member probed a bit further, you could see that this guy, gentleman's spirit, start to come out. It was quite remarkable. And his true beliefs started to overcome the indoctrination of open borders. This globalist agenda coming out of Ottawa from all sides of the aisle in Ottawa and through the mainstream media, constant dumbing down. So his true spirit comes out. He starts to question reality around him. He provides the information that he's from New Brunswick housing. He's in a low income housing unit. He's surrounded by a lot of new immigrants, refugees around him, and he starts to question. He says, how come these newcomers get more than regular Canadians, traditional Canadians? He starts to question. Why do they have new cars? These new immigrants are suffering. She is upset because they want more consumer products. It just shows, it's starting to make sense to him, the absurdity of what's going on and the injustice of it. And then he says, finally, he says, they are getting our jobs. So this guy is really going through an awakening. It's quite remarkable. Because in fact, they are getting their jobs of regular traditional Canadians, thanks to the globalist conservatives in 1986 who legislated the Employment Equity Act, which mandates the federal government to hire new immigrants, refugees over traditional Canadians, regardless of merit. So this affirmative action has been in place since 1986, and this is why they're getting the jobs. It's being legislated not only at the federal level, at the provincial level, and at the municipal level, And this is according to UN Agenda 2030, which these globalist conservatives signed Canada onto in 2015. And then there's all these people who we noticed on our page, they have cognitive dissonance as well. They're in disbelief that Harper was a globalist, that all these parties in Ottawa are pushing this globalist agenda. They're in cognitive dissonance. They can't believe what they've been told, indoctrinated, does not conform to reality, and they're still stuck in the indoctrination. Unbelievable. So a lot of what NCA does is try to deprogram Canadians, try to wake them up. And we're getting new members on our team, and actually specialists in deprogramming, because that's basically what's going on with many Canadians. They've been completely brainwashed, indoctrinated into this globalist status quo, which is counter to their best interest. And this gentleman, Raymond, just shows it here. The illogic of open borders, and then he's able to get through it. Wonderful, wonderful stuff here. And he talks about the unfairness of unequal treatment. Why are these new immigrants, refugees, getting such preferential treatment over people like him who are low income earner, who are disadvantaged? It does not make sense. He's waking up. So the true hope in this video is how quickly he woke up to reality. I was just bubbling below the surface, and all he needed was someone like an NCA member to help open reality to him, to see the truth. And this is wonderful. It's so sad what's going on with this indoctrination by these globalist sellouts in Ottawa. They are demoralizing Canadians. You can see this guy. He was just suffocated with this open borders mentality. Suffocated. And it's only once he broke through that you saw the true self come through. It's wonderful. And, we got to stand up for Canadians. Start questioning. That's the message today. Start questioning what you've been told. Try and connect the facts. That's what we're encouraging, NCA. We focus on the facts. Connect these facts to reality. And don't be afraid to take new positions, new perspectives. This is fundamentally about our children, their future. There's a major transformation going on. We need to wake up as many Canadians as possible. And thank you to Raymond. And you show what is possible. That is the true hope. This awakening in Canada. And I want to thank you for joining me today. And please join NCA. We are Canada's true grassroots, uncontrolled opposition. We stand in 100% opposition to all, I stress all, those globalist sellouts in Ottawa. All the controlled opposition. All this indoctrination that's going on. And this radical, rapid transformation of our country. It is sickening. It is disgusting what's going on in this country. Wake up. That's all I say. Join NCA. Have a great weekend.